Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. Today we're going to talk about DeFi again. It's got hacked again. One of the protocols got hacked again. This just shows that DeFi right now is not professional. It's not ready for the mainstream, and people should not go all in with their money on DeFi or investing in DeFi coins. It should be only part of your portfolio, like I said in the other video. I think it should be part of your portfolio because it has massive potential, but it's got a lot of kinks to work out. It has a hack like every 2 weeks. And most of these hacks are just like, they're not like the hackers extremely smart. They're just like the creators of this DeFi protocol are either stupid or they're just negligent, because this error was actually submitted via report 2 months ago. They knew about it. They just didn't do anything about it. You know what that's like? That's kind of like you owning a bank and leaving the safe and door wide open at night while you go home. I mean, the hell's up with you guys? Bitch, you need to be slapped across the forehead for doing this. So basically, like a spat between Balancer and SDA team following the $500,000 hack. So only $500,000 was stolen, so it's not a huge hack. It won't result in any price drops, but it's still another big breach. The Balancer automated market maker protocol has been hacked for $500,000 in a single Ethereum transaction. And it's once again facilitated by DYDX. I think it's time for DYDX Flash Loan to be kind of shut down. As analyzed by the 1inch.exchange team a few hours after the incident, there was a carefully crafted transaction. This is from Cointelegraph, by the way. And it took more than 8 million gas, or about 2/3 of an Ethereum block. They stole over $500,000 in Ether, wrapped Bitcoin, Chainlink, and Synthetix SNX. So there might be some dumping of ETH, WBTC, Link, and SNX. Remember, it's only 500K altogether, so it won't really affect price. It's not big enough. So it's timestamped from 6 p.m. UTC on Sunday, and the transaction begins with a flash loan from DYDX for 104,000 Ethereum. So since DYDX has been facilitating these, I think it's time to audit DYDX and see and actually have them be more responsible for this. So the exploit relied on Statira, a deflationary token where 1% of every transaction is automatically burned. First of all, I don't really like those tokens where 1% of every transaction is automatically burned, unless there's coin generation from the other side. Balancer's smart contracts seem to have failed to account for this. So Balancer didn't really account for the fact that it's deflationary, which is Balancer's fault, thus expecting that each transaction would be for the full amount. Obviously, this is going to get exploited. So he actually exchanged back and forth between STA and Ether about 24 times, and each time he actually decreased the contract by 1%. And the smart contract did not actually account for this. And because it didn't account for this, the price of STA remained stable despite the supply was dwindling. So at the end of the procedure, the attacker called a function that updated the price based on the effective pool balance. So therefore, the price of STA would actually skyrocket because the balance, the amount actually has gone down. Then the hacker used a WeSTA, or 1/1000th of a token, to swap for other assets on the platform, including ETH, BTC, Link, and SNX. Due to the burn mechanism, the WeSTA was never actually exchanged. So it's kind of like a placebo, which allowed the hacker to perform the transfer multiple times until all STA pools were actually dry. So he was able to do this over and over again. He stole $500,000. Thank goodness this wasn't a huge thing. They could have stolen so much more. But the thing is, you know what the most infuriating thing is? They knew about this. And the Balancer team is being accused by a survey security researcher and the STA team for ignoring a bug report submitted almost 2 months before. So they knew this bug 2 months before because Balancer didn't actually account for this. And they got to be held to account. I don't really know what penalties they're going to have, but some heads would definitely roll if this was at a bank and someone just left the door unlocked overnight and someone made out with a ton of money. And heads need to roll because of this. This is not the first time this has happened in DeFi. This is the 10th time it's happened in DeFi. It's people who run these DeFi things these protocols just don't take it seriously, or they're just idiots, one of the two. And you need to get people who are more responsible or smarter people. This just means that this just kind of signals that people still see DeFi as kind of a play thing. There's no good security protocols, code's not being updated enough, and people are completely ignoring bug reports. I can't really see a lot of people putting I mean, I can see people investing in DeFi coins hoping for a big return, but I really can't see like people really using DeFi as a way to as a means to finance unless they absolutely have no choice. Because with things like this happening every 2 weeks, there is all the chance in the world that your money would actually go kaput. So that's why I think DeFi is like 2 years away from being 2 years away right now. I mean, it's like ICO, but even worse right now because there's like actual tangible exploits every couple of weeks. This is completely unacceptable at this point. And if people actually want DeFi to gain traction, like there needs to be some kind of regulatory body that actually regulates this. I know that goes against the spirit of decentralized finance, but this is completely unacceptable. There's no way that people should actually put money into this if this is happening every couple of weeks. And we know that it happens too often to really just be a coincidence. I mean, like, yes, you hear about like credit card like heists and banking heists, but maybe like every several months or every 1 or 2 years. This is happening every couple of weeks, and it's all via like decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, and it's all via like random protocols that don't pick up very, very simple bugs that have actually been submitted. This is not the first time where a bug was submitted months ago and they just didn't bother to fix it. Completely unacceptable. And yeah, DeFi needs to get its game together before it can really, really go mainstream. So if you're wondering why DeFi hasn't blown up yet, this is probably the reason. So that is the update for today. Let me know what you think in the comments because this is actually important. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.